this us? This is how we're doing it? We're gonna meet like this again? I love it. Hey everybody, thanks for tuning into my channel. My Miraculous Life. My name is Michael Paul, Mike Beasy, whatever you know me as. I just wanted to tell you, I've been driving around neighborhood to neighborhood trying to find your house. All I do is look for your house, but I can't seem to find it. So what I do is I disguise myself as an Amazon driver, and then I'll go and I'll leave a package at your doorstep as I walk away rapidly. The name of today's video is called Dun Dun Dun, Thinking Outside the Box. That's right. I want to make a video for you to get out of that little square that you're in. Luckily for you, I brought a knife. I'm about to cut you out of that box that you're stuck in. I'm just kidding. All right. That could probably be taken as a threat. I don't know. I didn't really think of that. Please, I'm not threatening you, for the record. Let's go ahead and break it down. Thinking out of the box. So, I don't know about you or what it is that you you think of everyday life, or what it is that you have your thought process and how you process some of these thoughts in your mind. But we all have this sort of gray area we run back to in our mentality, in our main frame of thinking, which is kind of boxing everything up, right? Okay, if you watch a certain channel on the news, then your mind is already programmed to that one side of that channel and how it is that they display their information being surveyed to you on a 24-hour basis. If you look at your screen, right, and you look at all the people in their lives and you think to yourselves, well, this person's got a fun life, this person's got a boring life, this person's really selfish, this person needs to not post as many pictures. Wait, do you think of me like that? I hope not. But when we do that, then we start to categorize these people and put them on in a box, right? Okay, let's look at this vaccine and the virus. See, automatically people are placed into these two categories, sounding off the alarm for somebody right now, and we put these other people that we tend to make into our enemies now because of they're in a box. Like, either you're for it or you're against it. But there is no middle ground, there's no median. And we can't help but feel like some of these people might be a little crazy if they talk about this and what they believe, right? All right, let's look at this. All right, let's talk about, I'm going to say a name, and then you can tell me where you feel with it without actually telling me anything, okay? Donald Trump. Okay? Jesus Christ. Okay? Barack Obama. Okay? And so the list goes on and on and on and on. Either you're going to be on one side of the fence for the person, or you're going to be on the other side of the fence. Okay, how about Planned Parenthood? Okay? So we go into these places where we can't really feel like we can have our own ultimate opinion about everything without being labeled or criticized or boxed up by another person. What's worse is that when you do it, you have this happen to you with your family members and your friends, and they put you into this box. And unfortunately, the box is not a friendly place unless they're there with you in the box, which that means you're only thinking and hanging out with people that think like you do. So what is the problem with all this, right? Why are you making a video about this? So I wanted to make a video today for help you get out of the box and realize that we're all different, that we all have our own set of beliefs and opinions, and that we're all meant to live on this dirt planet to come together in a form of unison and love. But how can you do that when one side is teaching you that the other side is crazy and stupid? Right? Like, all of these subjects that I just mentioned right now, you're going to be in one or two areas, right? So what is it that I'm trying to accomplish with this video? It's pretty simple. I want to tackle 3 C's. The 3 C's that I feel are going to help you that's watching this video, as they've helped me, who's making this video, to help be in control. And no, control is not one of the C's. All right, here we go. We're going to start off with the first one. The first one is your conversation. What sort of conversations are you having? What is it the content of your conversation? What does it like bring to the table? What do you have to do? Are you building up your own ego and your own patting on the back, and you're always a victim in your conversations? Or you just like don't even talk about you at all, and it's all about just other people because you don't want to talk about you? So what type of conversations are you having? Or when you hear people that are bad-mouthing a coworker and you're there with them at work and then they give you the opportunity to say something bad about them, what type of flavor will you add to that conversation? What I kind of understand when Jesus says that he asks us to be the salt of the earth. See, the thing about salt is what? It's flavorful. It brings an extra something that enhances what it is that you're trying to absorb. So if you're going to be like everybody else and lose your flavor and your saltiness, you end up being really salty in general, right? See how I did that there? So what type of conversations are you having with your significant others, with your children? What type of conversations are you having with the people that matter the most to you in your life? And what are you doing to make those conversations well worth having? That are like dissecting good food for your soul, your mind, and your overall growth as a person on this earth that we all living on. That's what I want you to think about. Now the second C, are you ready? Here we go. Is your conduct. How you act. Like, what type of person are you? See, I personally believe that your conversation, it ties in very much with your conduct and how you portray and uphold yourself. It all is a matter of how you think, which comes out your mouth, which then comes out in your actions and what you do. Now, your conduct and your conversation don't always line up. See, there's some people that can say, I love you. I will never do anything to hurt you. I'm sure we all met somebody like that, right? And tell me, how much does it hurt you? Or we met somebody that says, I'll never leave you. And they have no problem abandoning you in your moment of need. See, our conversations don't always have something to do with the person's conduct, but what you choose to do. See, I kind of like have a little bit of respect for the people that don't say anything, but they just do it. They're not sayers, they just do it. Like, they don't think twice about who's gonna say what. They're not even gonna give time to the people to form an opinion because they're just gonna do it. Like, that's what I think like the real doers are, the real entrepreneurs of the world, the real savvy, hungry people for life that get things done and want things to get done. They're not gonna wait for somebody else to do them. They're gonna do it themselves. Like a good deed. See, like, what I'm talking about is not something that's just going to be beneficial for you and your wallet. I'm talking about it's going to be beneficial for the world, for other people, for strangers. What sort of platform and legacy are you planning to leave in your lifetime before you go? I wanted you to really think about what your conduct is like. When somebody pushes you to the edge and they're trying to get you to get angry or get the reaction out of you that they want to get out of you because you let them get the best of you. Especially for the people that we love. Like, some family members, they know exactly what to say to make you angry and flip out and lose it. Like, they know you. Like, don't talk about my kids. Don't talk about me being short. Don't talk about my money. Don't you dare talk about my mama. Right? and I don't know. But what I'm saying is, like, when they do that, you have a choice. You have a choice of how you're going to react. I mean, it easily builds off of the conversation. So if the conversation's hostile, it's angered, it's ill-tempered, and it's malintended, then you're probably going to conduct yourself in a real unprofessional and very rude, self-seeking manner. Be real. So these things are very important for us, but if you don't realize, they all tie in together. And it all leads to what this last C is. In the C, baby, is your character. What type of character do you have? Like, what type of person are you? What kind of morals and foundations do you stand for or not stand for? What do you value? What do you teach the people around you? What do they think of you? And I know we say, oh, it doesn't matter what other people think of you. It don't matter. No, you know what? At the end of the day, it is going to matter. It's going to matter a little bit. Should it matter that much to you? Hell no. It shouldn't matter anything to you. If I really cared about what other people thought about me all the time, I wouldn't be making these videos right here. Like, straight up. Like, I would be like, not a lot of people saw it, or I'm too worried that not people aren't liking my videos. No. I'm doing this for certain people out there. Because there's very few of you that are actually listening to what it is that I have to say week after week after week. And I find you, and I know that your heart and your soul and me, we connected. And I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful that I got to be the one that poured a little bit of water on the seed that day, on that Tuesday. And I know that where I leave off when this channel ends, that somebody else is going to pick up. But it started with you wanting to listen. And you wanted to grow your character. You wanted to be a better person. You wanted to come to realization with some of these things that are never going to really change. But you know that you have the power to make them change. It starts in your conversation, your conduct, which ultimately leads to your character. Because I really do believe that your children and my children, they're the last generation. I see it in the world. You just flip on your news every day, and it's enough. It's enough to know that it doesn't even matter what side you're looking on. Just look through your filter and see. There's wickedness everywhere. There's deceit on a massive scale. They were being lied to on every channel. And the worst part is that nobody's addressing any of these lies, because those are the people that are silenced. They don't have the opportunity for conversation that you can have with your loved ones and revealing the truth. But if you don't know the truth, how are you ever going to tell them? So I prepare my children. I let them know this is it. Like, God chose you. God chose you guys to be the last generation to bring in his kingdom. And what does that mean? That means that you're going to be the generation that does far greater things than no other generation has done. But not only that, what you face the most devastating trials and tribulation that no other generation has. So I urge you, if you have kids and you believe in God, prepare them. Prepare them for the war of their life that they're going to embark on. Because if you don't, they're going to be swept away and they're going to submit to the culture. Like, it's just like two different eras that they grew up in that they can't see eye to eye, and they're both placing each other inside of a box. Here, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to help you see clearly here for a second. I had to get out of that box. Just like I've been in the box of the people that look at other people that do believe in God and go, are you a nut job? Like, you know that this is kind of like far-fetched fairy tale stuff, right? And this was my mistake. Mistake making, thinking that everybody's going to be in this category. So I'm urging you, that's right, you watching the video, to make a decision right now. So, what is surrenderance? Like, if you ever look at like documentaries of war and people that go to war, what happens when the other general comes in? They wave the white flag and they surrender to the opposing army, right? But what does that mean? That means they submit all authority, their will, their resources, and all they have to the winning side, right? So you're asking me, why am I talking about surrenderance? I'm talking about surrenderance because I'm asking you to consider this. If I tried to run my life, all I do in my human mindset is just subcategorize people. And you're being fed this every single day. You're being fed through the social media, what people objectify their life to be. If they can get you to believe this facade of this is what my life is like in the news. Or they're lying to you every single day, and they're taking just the grain of truth and they're totally twisting and fabricating it to an agenda that kind of works to their benefit, for their ratings, for their money, for that's what this is all about, right? And then we're constantly being bombarded every single day. And it gets tough to fight your way out of these things. Like, how do you find the truth then? How do you surrender yourself, and to what? To something greater than your own cause. Something greater than your own understanding. Like I've said, the story of God has been here long before you got here. And guess what? It will be here long after you're gone. surrendering to God. That means everything. It means your love life. It means your family. It means your overall well-being. And the sooner you do this, because I personally believe that God knows a little bit more than what I do, right? Tell me He's not going to set you free and get you out of the boxes that you've been in. And He's about to unpack your soul. And it's about to be kind of heavy load for you. But I urge you that is the best thing for you to do. Just stop wrestling against God and realize that, man, you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready to stop putting people in these boxes and thinking that this is how everybody is. Because we all are made to be individually unique and beautiful. That is why nobody looks like any other person. That's why, I mean, unless you're like a twin or something like. But that's why everybody has a different fingerprint. Because it's genetically given to us as individuality. It's a gift from God. And if the moment we think that everybody else is the same because they like some of the other same things that we do, then that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Not even the animals do that. You never see, okay, a buzzard and a lion and a gorilla that find a dead animal carcass and eat it. Just because they all enjoy the same carcass doesn't mean that they're all the same animal. I know that was a crazy analogy to give, but that's just an example of that. So, at the end of the video, I just wanted to urge you to think about this. Surrender it. Your life isn't yours anyways. Did you have a say in you having it? I think so. And you don't have a say as of when it ends. I don't think so. Unless you're like trying to just end it tonight. Like, don't do that. Please don't do that. I'm saying, like, why would you feel like your life is absolutely yours and not want to have the best of it? The best version of your life. And it all begins in your conversation and how you conduct yourself, which ultimately shows your true character.